Hi, my name is Sunjoo. I am an interdisciplinary artist and I work usually in the crossovers of art, technology and ecology. I am from South Korea and I live in the Netherlands. My most recent research is about regenerative electricity and how to integrate that knowledge into art. And I'm researching a lot about microorganisms that generate electricity in wetland soil and how this taking care of this ecosystem in a form of a garden can be an act of generating electricity, and also that might maybe transform our understanding and consumption of electricity. The title of my work is called Electric Garden. And it is an art piece that is one result of a bigger and longer research that I'm doing for around 2 years now. And it is about looking at the technology called Microbial Fuel Cells, which is harnessing the electrical power that bacteria generates in wetland soil and harvesting this power to power small electronics that require low amount of energy. Every jar hosts an ecosystem of the bacteria, the mud and the plants and small insects inside that eventually generates a small amount of electricity. And this really depends on the temperature of the day and the state of the ecosystem and the soil, especially how active the bacteria are at that moment, because their metabolism generates electricity by decomposing soil. And this very uneven and unpredictable electricity is gathered by a small circuit, and this circuit regulates the power to the clock. The clock ticks whenever there is enough electricity from the bacteria, so it has its own time. And for me, this really represents the sort of this mysterious dimension that the bacteria inhabits and introduces us to its own world, which for me it's a lot about non-linear time and also the waiting time in between the operations of these electronics. There's always this charging time because the electricity is so small. We have to wait until it has enough gathered up, and then the electronics will move. So yeah, this is my way of unlearning and relearning electricity and redefining our relationship to electricity and power. I look more and more into low power electronics and thinking about how do I use electricity if it's very precious rather than it's for granted. Also, I get very creative in building certain circuits that can really be more in sync with the rhythm of the bacterial electricity, which is also sort of more in sync with the rhythm of the weather and the seasons. This way of developing electronics is something to also learn from working with the bacteria.